Michelle Kwan and her fans are here in Portland, and she may be on the verge of yet another historic performance. She's only one win away from tying the all-time record for career national championships. Kwan can capture number 9 tonight if the passion, rhythm, and feeling are there to make a run at the record books. The ladies find themselves in familiar territory. Michelle Kwan has been nearly perfect so far, and she has the lead. Once again, Sasha Cohen is hungry to prove she can meet the moment when it counts most. But Jenny Kirk and Kimmy Meisner are within striking distance. Each has only 4 minutes, and there's only one gold medal. The ladies take the ice next.
A marvelous journey, and she's brought us all along with it. She's kind of the Pied Piper of this sport, and I, for one, am happy to follow.
Looking for a little piece of history here in Portland, trying to win her 9th U.S. title, attempting to win her 12th medal overall. That's a record, and she by far has the record for perfect 6.0. She got 3 in the short program here in Portland. It's Maribel Vincent Owen who owns the record for the most gold medals at the national championship. She set that back in 1937, and Kwan is one behind with 8. Michelle certainly has a sense of where she fits in terms of the history of her sport, and she already built a connection to Maribel Vincent Owen.
Well, every nationals is very unique and different and special, but this one is going to be exciting because if I do win this year at nationals, I will tie Maribel Vincent Owen for 9 titles. And it's sort of a cosmic connection with me and Maribel because Maribel Vincent Owen coached Frank Carroll, and Frank Carroll taught me for 10 years. So in a way, I feel that she has been a part of my skating.
Michelle Kwan has chosen a wonderful piece of music, Bolero. It's a dangerous piece for her because it was the music used for probably the most famous piece of music any skating program has ever had behind it. The Torval and Dean Bolero at the Olympic Games in Sarajevo in 1984. Remember, it's a music that has only one melody and no change of tempo, but it's insistent and hypnotic and suggestive and romantic, and it builds to a climax. Watch it.
And Sasha Cohen, Peggy, 3 times the silver medalist, but never the gold.
Well, once again, we're asking if Sasha can ever put 2 programs that are clean back to back. Her short program was great, but she looked a little bit nervous to me. And the Olympics are only 1 year away.
Yep, and that's on the minds of all of these skaters, no doubt about that. Jenny Kirk, another 20-year-old, is in 3rd. She's had injuries this year, a tough year, but she skated well in Portland.
Well, Jenny has had a dismal year, which began with an 18th place finish at Worlds last year. She switched coaches and coasts, and her skating did suffer from that, but not this week. She had a great practice all week and a standing ovation for her short program, and now Jenny just needs to ride on that momentum.
Dick, you mentioned the young 15-year-old at the... But there's someone named Kwan on the ice. Sasha Cohen, Kimmy Meisner, Jenny Kirk, as we're down to the final skater here at the 2005 State Farm U.S. Figure Skating Championships. One of the most recognizable names in all of sports right now. Looking for her 9th national championship. Looking to tie the all-time record. Here is Michelle Kwan.
Look at how calm it is. It's like the calm in the midst of the turmoil.
This music has a tendency to draw you in.
A double. This the final straight line step, the climax.
Very effective footwork, very expressive, very difficult. Program choreographed by Christopher Dean.
But it missed the end. It missed the end.
She is such a steady,
she is not happy with that
skater.
She is not happy with that performance. Look, she knew that she made a mistake, and yet still everybody loves what she did.
Well, there was a lot of tension having her skate last and land all of her jumps. She only had one flaw in that triple Lutz at the end. But there's a lot of love for Michelle Kwan in this building.
Even with the flaws, even with the miss at the end of the music, I think there's a feeling in the building that we were just taken up a notch to the major leagues.
Look, what we really saw here was a love fest for Michelle Kwan, for the work that she's done through the year, for the performances that she's given. This was not an exotic bolero. It is not going to rival Torvald and Dean's performance, one of the greatest programs of all time. But it was a magnificent statement of love, of confidence for Michelle Kwan. And that's what it was all about. And in that sense, it was an extremely satisfying performance.
And this was one of her opening triple combinations, triple Lutz, double toe. She looked very steady, very secure, and very controlled and focused. And of course, this beautiful spiral, very signature, Michelle Kwan.
Now this one of the last moves, a double Lutz, not a triple. And finally, the last 30 seconds of it just didn't really sing the way it should. I think she was just holding back far too much to be able to do that. Look at it here. Remember, this is a sensuous, sexual kind of performance, a music. It just doesn't stop until the final end of the climax. And here, the moves, the arm movements are interesting. They're flinging a lot. They're moving around. But you can see she's not happy with it. It didn't meet the end of the music even.
I think I better stop you before you go a little too far here. Well, you get 4 minutes plus or minus 10 seconds too, and she was very close. She stopped the last movement. I looked up and the clock said 4:09. If she's any more than that, she gets an automatic deduction.
But there was a lot of tension in that performance.
Now, Rafaela Artunian, her coach, there's the technical merit marks.
Well, look, I mean, it was a very controlled evening. It was a very controlled performance, steady. It did not move out. But she did.
Well, the 6.0s, you knew they'd come. This is probably the last year of the 6.0 system at the National Championships. We'll see the new system at Worlds and beyond. They're going to hand these out.
Oh, and why not?
And how fitting giving them to her.
You see, it completes the fact that it's a love fest for Michelle Kwan, and isn't that great?
The 2005 champion and now a 9-time U.S. champ, tying Maribel Vincent Owen for the most ever U.S. titles. 42 career 6.0s now for Michelle Kwan, by far the most of any skater, and she's with Christine.
Congratulations. Now, of course, you have number 9 tying Maribel Vincent Owen. What does that mean to you?
Well, it's a very special nationals, and you know, Portland has been amazing, and being, you know, it's like a cosmic connection with Maribel Vincent Owen because she taught Frank Carroll, who taught me for 10 years. So to be with her, it's something else, something else.
How does this performance rank with others that you've had to win national championships?
I was a little nervous. I was uptight. It wasn't one of my best performances. Of course, the Triple S, there was nothing wrong. I just tightened up a little bit at the very end, and you know, it was a long wait for me, so I was just trying to stay focused. And when I got out there, it was just like, whoa!
You did go over a little on the music. You looked like you were a little disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, oops. Oh well, I've had that incident with going over the time, so at this program, I need to go back and work on it before I head over to Worlds.
And of course, there is no rest for the weary about Worlds and the new system for the first time. What are your thoughts?
Can't be too nervous. I just have to work. I've got a couple of weeks before I head to Moscow, so I guess celebrate tonight, and that's about it.
And I know you're very good friends with Angela Nikodinov. She's gone through an incredibly difficult time here this week, and what are your thoughts about that?
Well, Angela's a great friend, and I skate with her all the time, and it's just a tragedy. It's sort of a dark cloud over the building, and all the skaters are thinking of her, and I send my love, and I hope she stays strong, and I give them all my best.
All right, Michelle, congratulations. Terry, back to you.
All right, Christine, I think all the skaters echoing those thoughts here in Portland, and of course, records falling. She tied the all-time record for wins, 12 medals now, and 42 career 6.0s, 7 6.0s in this event, the short program and